more important things, with anything,
Hey,
you
we are here. One second. We have 1 second. We are back for the month
go hit
of
it, hit it.
February. Smoke and Sip
February, well,
International Tobacco Talk. Smoke and Sip. We're here live.
ownership
We got
live.
having a digital Herf. My name is Thurston M. Smith, America's #1 Alpha Gym and Lifestyle Coach. And I got my friend here.
Man, I am Coach J with a lot to say, aka Uncle Pops with the raw truth for the youth, founder of hashtag DBWT, Don't Be Wasted Talent, and also Vice President of Smoke and Sip International. Glad to be here with y'all on Tobacco Talk this wonderful Thursday, February 24th. And it's open
24th.
invitation. Open
Yeah.
invitation for anybody to come on in and on our digital Herf. If you got something to smoke, no, this is not a blunt. This is a cigar. It's a smaller size. And if you got something to sip, man, and I definitely got me something to sip.
Hmm.
Let me have you?
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
you've heard of Boom Boom.
Yes, I have.
This
Rose.
is this is
That Rick Ross used to smoke
man,
there.
and then Lil Wayne. This is one
Yeah,
of the things
Lil
that
Wayne
him and
too.
Rick Ross talked about. Boom Boom, Boom Boom Rum. This matter of fact, this is a birthday gift for me last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was a birthday gift for me last night, man. But my sons and my nephews, they always know how to set the old man up for his birthday, man. So they took a little survey and it was like, man, Pops, you always smoking this and but you be sipping on different stuff. And I gave that hit, man. I'm looking for a real good sipping rum, something that's high quality. And they spent a little bit on this one, so I really appreciate it. I was very thankful, man. Had a good birthday toast, and oh my goodness. Yeah, and the cigar, it was a different one that usually um wasn't too hot in, but man, it was nice. It was nice. Yeah, but the sip, impeccable sip, impeccable sip.
Hey, heck of a sip.
Mm-mm. Man, well, you rocking that Oliva hat, man. What's up with that? Got the nub. What's up with that?
I went to a smoke shop that was sponsored that had the Oliva rep there, and I had a great conversation, and I was gonna show all the good things that I left with from meeting
Yeah,
with the Oliva rep. So they gave me some. They definitely laced me with some good sticks here.
I see. Cause your jar is full.
Jars full. I also got my ashtray. I've been looking to get one.
Oh,
Got the
now that's dope.
so I now have my
That's
Oliva.
dope.
Hey, we had someone jumping in the room.
All right, who we got jumping in the room? Let them
Yeah.
in.
So I got my
Come on.
Oliva
Ah, it's Camry.
Camry here.
Come on, get on camera for a hot second.
I also got
Oh,
my Cane Daytona, Cane Daytona lighter.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, that lighter right there. That's
yeah.
that's 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 some sexy flexy. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, you
Hey,
can you see me though?
We can see
we
you.
can see you. We can
Oh,
hear you.
okay.
We can see you. We can hear you. What's up, Cameron?
Nothing.
Man, we on a digital herf, smoke and sip style.
Oh, look, I'm trying to find a.
Man,
I couldn't
how?
do it on my regular phone, so I had to do it on my iPad. Now I'm like,
Oh, nah, that's cool. Get your, what I'm saying. Get your setup. You got you, digital herf, something to smoke on, something to sip on. Go get
ooh,
you some water. Oh, you didn't turn it on. There you go.
yeah, I'm
You
like
got it.
trying to figure it out.
Mm.
Oh,
Now we were
wait a
just
minute.
having show and tell moment. Thurston and I had some stuff from an event that he went to, and he was sharing that. So I want to know about that lighter that he got.
Yeah, so this cane Daytona lighter is actually pretty dope. Has a mirror inside, so you can see yourself when you're lighting your cigar.
Oh
Mm.
And
wow.
yeah, oh
Ooh, I gotta. Oh, 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 man. Yeah. No, I'm feeling that. Feeling that. Man, what else? What else you get, bro? Because I know
um,
you had tons of stuff, man.
yeah, I didn't bring the goodie bag so because I was running downstairs, but I just definitely brought my ashtray. I've been waiting to use it, and along with my new lighter and my new ashtray, and along with my Oliva hat. So
Yeah,
I met
yeah,
with
yeah. You
him. We had a
rocking that
great
hat quite
conversation.
well.
And yes, and you got the love there. So we had a great conversation. Talked about a lot of things about just the Oliva brand, the type of brand that they, type of cigars that they have, how they said that everything is built in house, so because they want to keep the price point very low, and they
Hmm.
are they will bank on their cigars to go against any cigar out there. So they say
Yeah,
their brands they'll put their, I forgot which one it was, against a $200 cigar. And when I looked at the actual information, looked up the cigars, some of the cigars were, cigar of the year and had a very, very high rating, all in
right, right, right.
94, 95, and 97 ratings. So I did my research, and they definitely taste good too. So
Now that's dope. That's dope, man. Camry, how you been? What you been up to?
I've been good. I just been working on this, trying to become a yoga instructor. So
Okay.
that's all. Trying to figure it out. But I realized I did. So everybody kept telling me like pay for these classes, but really in Arizona you don't need to pay for classes. If you feel like you want to be a yoga instructor, you don't need nothing.
Really?
Like
right,
Okay.
really, you just can wake up one day. Okay, I'm a yoga instructor, and tell people like come to my class. That's all you got to do. But I'm still taking some classes though to get it back to get my mind right.
Okay. Okay. Man, so where you taking your classes at?
On the Udemy, I'm
Oh,
doing class
oh, what is
there.
that? You Demi, you Demi
Udemy,
or something like that?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go to that one that you said, but it costs $400 to get the membership for like a year. And
Mm,
if you pay monthly, like you still don't get everything you want out of that. So it's like
right.
it's better to pay the 400 to get like all whatever, like all the
Okay.
classes instead of trying to get one class. So I'm just waiting to pay for that.
Right. So that just seems like a better investment when you
Right.
do it that way. Okay.
Right,
Yeah,
because
that's smart.
if I did buy my like if I just do something by itself, they talking about $2,000. But if I go like to like these small ones and just get the 200 hours, then I'll basically have my certificate basically just in little pieces.
Okay. Okay. That's dope. That's dope. Man, and you got a couple of projects you working on too. As I heard in the grapevine, you were developing your brand boxing dolls.
Oh yeah, I'm doing the boxing dolls. So I only got one little girl right now, but I got a event was supposed to happen this weekend. It was supposed to be Sunday Fun Day, and I was collabing with the girl. She does fun camps every once a month,
Okay.
but
Okay.
we had to cancel it because something happened. So, but I'm gonna end up doing one next month, Sunday Fun Day for the kids. So it just be me doing my yoga, telling them about boxing dolls and that stuff.
Yeah, that's dope. What's something you could tell us about boxing dolls right now? Because
Um,
I really like that concept.
so
I'm
what's
digging it
boxing
out.
dolls?
so it's just like so the name I got it from when I was with my child's father. He was a boxer. So
Yeah.
I changed the whole narrative of just boxing because I don't box. And so I wanted to do it as self-defense. Like these little girls need to learn self-defense. They need to be learned about our history. They need to learn how to defend ourselves and
Right.
healthy boundaries because we don't know healthy boundaries. So that's what
Mm,
I'm
Hey, what's going on,
Mm.
Kiki?
Speak on that. Speak on that. Talking about them boundaries,
Peace,
Yeah.
Yeah.
family.
Jeez.
Hello.
man. Peace to Sister Kiki. What's going on?
Listen, I got this link. I said, oh, okay. Well, somebody want me to speak about something. I said, okay. I said,
Man,
listen, I'm ready and I'm charged up.
man. Well, look. Well, since you ready and charged up, Camry, I definitely want you to hit on some more stuff. We're gonna come back to you on some more questions and everything, because I listened to an episode of your podcast, and I want to jump into that.
Yeah.
Kiki,
Yes,
yeah, it was hilarious. Kiki though, Kiki, yeah, believe it or not, one of the leading uh educators. Can I say educators in sex education, or how?
absolutely.
Okay, one of the most leading ladies right now in Arizona in sex education and in intimacy.
Yes,
With not
It's a
not
pleasure.
the raunchy, not the but actually teaching people how to understand their bodies in sexuality, and also how to explore better ways for erotic pleasure as couples. But you also not only do that, but you also are a brand representative of uh,
bedroom
bedroom
candy.
candy. Yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
man.
Yeah. Drop something on that. Drop something on that. Just
So, how I got started, well, thank you for inviting me. Number one,
you're
thank you,
welcome.
Kings, for inviting me. So how I got started with bedroom candy, believe it or not, was from my grandmother. I know
Mm.
every time I tell the story, I start getting teary-eyed. Me and my grandmother and my great aunt were having a conversation about intimacy, and these two beautiful queens told me that they've never had an orgasm before. They didn't even know what that was. They were like, "What is that?" And I had to explain to a 68-year-old at the time and a 72-year-old what an orgasm was. And so
Wow.
that prompted me to do some deep dive about Black people and sexuality, and why Black folks have sex education in America is atrocious, period. But when it comes to the Black community, what we have to grapple with, not only from our past, but our present and our future, because our past dictates our present, right? Because of the traumas that we've had suffered through during slavery, and that lovely cruise ship that these the lovely cruise ship,
I like how you
with
put
those
that.
amazing accommodations, for
Right.
our ancestors came, from the mother continent. And so we had to grapple with that. And that DNA, those traumas are still inflicted with us today. And
So
so
you,
those,
I'm sorry to cut
so
you
that,
to
yeah,
interrupt,
go
but
ahead.
so that goes into what Dr. Joy DeGruy's work is dealing
Yes,
with in epigenetics. That
absolutely.
so many things that have happened so far ago, but the
Yes,
behaviors and the disposition has been
absolutely.
so dominant, so it comes through the bloodlines.
Yep.
Whereas like the only example I can really explain it is when someone tells a child, "Oh, you just act so much like your daddy,"
Right.
or you
Yeah.
know what, your grandfather was very much the same way, or your great grandfather, your great grandmother, that she used to do this one thing with her nose when she get the line, and start you
Right.
know what I'm saying? But it's those things that are epigenetic. So the behaviors
Yes.
are passed down
Those
through the
those tr-
DNA.
those traumas and those triggers get passed
Mhm.
down through the
Right.
generations. And as Black people, we do not talk about sex. We are very sexually conservative, just in general, as a people. And
Mm.
so what I am doing is taking it and flipping it on its head. And so I am asking the hard-hitting questions that are going to make Black people uncomfortable, because I want to get to the root. What's the root of the issue, right? So the church has a huge part to play in this, as well as, white supremacy has a huge part to play in this. So there's a lot of layers, right? There's a lot of layers when it comes to sex and sexuality, right? I want to get to the root of the issue. And so shout outs to the queen herself, Michelle Hope, who is a sexual sexualologist in New York. And she brought up a good question on this podcast. And I put it, if you follow me, then I posted this particular video clip. It was like 2 weeks ago. And she brought up a good point. Why do we as the Black community talk about sex the way it's so violent? Why do we talk about murdering the pussy, beat the pussy up? Why are we talking about violence when we're having intimacy?
Right.
It's because of those traumas and those triggers, right? Why are we so violent when we're speaking about intimacy, when we're speaking about something that should be shared between two people?
Right. Yeah,
So
that's kind of heavy right there.
it's deep. It goes into deep. And so when I'm having these conversations with my brothers and my sisters about sexual education, it should start from small. Not just talking about, what to do and how to do it. No. Those are later conversations. I'm talking about proper names for your genital area. Things like that. Right? We do not talk about these things as a people. And again, the church plays a huge role in our sexual discovery. I know I used to be a former Christian, and I used to be deemed for masturbating.
Oh wow.
Masturbating is one of the most safest and healthiest things that you can do, family.
Right. Well,
It
when you say healthy,
orgasms, not just masturbating, orgasms, because you can have an orgasm without ejaculating.
yeah, I've heard
Heard about
that.
that.
And that
Heard
no,
about that one.
It's
that's
called semen
Thursday.
retention.
I think
It's
Thursday,
called
I think
semen
we had a
retention.
conversation about
Yes.
that,
Yep.
when we were talking about brain function and the power of the mind and
Yes.
things like that. I think
Yes.
Thursday, I recall us having a
Yes.
conversation like that. Now,
Absolutely.
here's a question. When you say that certain things play a part
Mm-hmm.
in why we don't talk, or why we don't address, or why we shun it, or what really are those things that you can name off the top why we don't, or why everybody looks at it side eye, or whatever, and then hit
Mm-hmm.
into the science, if you can, of
Yeah.
the chemical reactions and things of why orgasms are great and why they're actually healthy, and masturbation included.
Okay. Good question. So, the reason why we have issues when it comes to just dealing with kinks in general, right?
Okay.
When we always say that's why people shit. Especially when it comes to BDSM, because of our traumas and our triggers, and because we do not talk about therapy, Kiki, I feel like all Black people, all over the diaspora, should be a requirement that therapy is needed, because of our traumas and our triggers, because of what grandma went through and great grandma went through, and we had to, as a people, we've had to sweep that shit underneath the rug, right? Molestation is real in our community, but we don't talk about it. Incest is real, but we don't talk about it. These things that happen in our community, we sweep underneath the rug and pretend like it's not real. Mental health and sexuality go hand in hand, family. And if your mental is messed up, guess what's going to happen to you? Your diet is going to be poor. You're going to suffer all these ailments, all these different things, right? That take place. You're not drinking enough water. How much water did you drink today? You know, these are the things. Sexual health is health. It is a part of our wellness. It is a part of our journey because like I said, Michelle Hope, she says this, sexual health is from the womb to the tomb.
Mm.
So this should be a part of our everyday conversation, family. And why don't we have these conversations? Why is our sexual health not being taken a part of? Why are these conversations being shunned underneath the rug? And again, it's a part of our because of white supremacy and the neck hold and the choke hold that white supremacy plays in our everyday all day. These are the things that we are still grappling with as a people, just as a whole. The violence, just the language, all of that is white supremacy. And so we have to grapple and talk about these things in a healthy dialogue way without being combative, without being judgmental, all of that kind of stuff. So we have to really start dealing with our wellness. Sexual wellness is a part of our healing journey from the inside out, cleaning all that stuff up from our past. Therapy works if you work it. I tell
Yes, it
people
does.
all the time, you have to deal with that. That is very much a huge issue in our community that we do not like to talk about.
Yeah, now with that, that's one of the things I was going to ask.
Mhm.
Is that can it also be connected with therapy, without it being like, oh, I'm going to a sex therapist, but can that also be connected with, I'm speaking with a mental health professional, and my
Absolutely.
sexuality or
Absolutely.
my sexual
Yep.
traumas are brought
I
into it?
get DMs all the time from people asking me, is this weird? Because I
Mm,
like this kink or I like this. I'm like, my three grapples are non-negotiables, are no kids. So
mhm.
everybody has to be over the age of 18, right?
Right,
Consent. Consent is key. The key word of the night is consent, right? Because babies can't consent. Babies can't consent. No animals. We ain't doing no dog, no cat, no rats. You understand me? So no
right, right,
bestiality. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
And no elderly. Leave them. If it, I'm not saying seasoned members of our community. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that have dementia, the ones that have Alzheimer's, all that kind of stuff. They cannot consent.
do you
They,
know off the top,
Safety.
like a
mhm.
statistic or something that either is generalized or specific, that exposes the issues like in elderly care and some of those uh, uh, homes.
You hear about that all the time.
You
But
you you
but
do, but a
in
lot
our
of people don't
community,
believe that
right,
it's
but in
real.
our community, we don't believe in putting our people, in homes. We just don't do that. When mama is sick, guess what? Come on.
The family is taken
Right.
care of.
We
Yeah,
just don't
Right.
do that in
but
our
now there,
community. As
but
African
now
people, we
there,
don't do that.
but now it has become like with a certain generation, it has become
Right. More
more of a
popular.
choice and more
Yeah.
popular. But
Mhm.
there's also uh, news and things that are hitting on those topics, the
Mhm.
abuse. And a
Mhm.
lot of people have been dismissing the abuse because they don't believe that it's more than just hitting or the biting or the mistreatment, but it's
Right.
also sexual abuse.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
do you have anything that you've read recently or at some point that, could possibly, open some people's eyes to that, or just something in the past that you've heard or
I
even
mean, you hear it
experienced?
all the time. You hear it all the time that, this elderly woman got abused by, a nurse's aide, or, something happened. You hear it all the time and you see it all the time. And those
Yeah.
things are real. And so when we take care of our elderly, when we take care of our seasoned, I call them seasoned, when we take care of our seasoned people, right? We don't drop them off at the elderly spot. We just don't do that. So it's mostly white folks that I hear a lot of this abuse going on, but because we just take care of our own. That's just how we were brought up and raised to do.
Right.
But yeah, you hear it all the time. You hear it
Now
all the time.
you touched on a point that said that
Hmm.
one of the things that's a part of um the us not talking about it, or even just this being a part of the sexual mistreatment and sexual miseducation. You
Hmm.
mentioned, that white supremacy does have and there's some involvement in it.
Yep.
Is there something that you can expound on of how and where we can see it, or just why? Period.
I have
So
a
you
question
can't.
too. One time, I
Yeah.
know you guys were talking.
Okay. Go. Okay.
No, after Jamil,
Go
because he's
ahead.
taking all the
Go ahead,
questions.
brother.
I
I
know.
got nothing to say.
I don't
I'm
agree with.
over here. I'm over here looking at the double dutch like I'm coming in. I'm
Hey,
coming in.
hey,
Oh, okay. Hold on. It's too fast. It's too fast.
that's
Oh,
the
okay.
problem.
Oh, slow it down.
That's the problem of me not having a lit cigar, because you got one. Because
Come
usually
on.
you doing all the talking and I'm doing the smoking. So no, but
Brother Squirrel commented too. Said what up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
okay,
Squirrel. But this brother CJ, are you a
yeah,
puffer, a smoker, or a blower?
or blow up. Which one
Or
Ooh,
a
are
blower?
you?
I am not, brother CJ. I am not none of that. I don't smoke and I don't drink. I'm not a drinker either. So no, but if you like to partake, go right ahead. But it will affect your libido down the road, just so you're aware. So,
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Oh
The
Yeah.
Lord.
alcohol and that drinking, I'm just stating facts, brother. So if you want to have a healthy libido, you know, just go
And
on and cut that out.
I do plan on it, but right now
Mm-hmm.
I am enjoying the rum, Boom Boom rum.
Oh, wow.
That I XO. It's a sipping rum, Caribbean
Okay.
sipping rum that I got for my birthday last night. So
Nice, nice.
I am enjoying this, but yes, I do understand about a healthy libido and so the things that
Yes,
affect. But let's get
yes,
to Thursday's question, because
yes.
like
Go
me,
ahead, King.
I can keep on asking because I ain't got nothing to smoke on, so I'm sipping.
Thank you,
Go
thank you,
ahead and
thank you,
ask away. I'm an open book.
Miss Kiki. How you doing? First of all,
I'm
it's been a long
good,
time since
King.
we've seen each
Yes,
other from having our smoker sips out over in the
yes.
West
And that
Valley.
was awesome.
I do need to get in contact with you about reading up again and some more things. I think my
I
candle was
got you.
gone. My
Oh,
candle was
it's
gone.
gone. Did you
Yeah,
love
but
it?
I loved it though. I loved it though. It was
Good.
definitely pleasureful, and
Yes.
I loved
Wasn't
everything that
it?
came along with it.
And they
Yes.
had that CBD in there and
And that
everything.
CBD, we was relaxing. Oh,
Yes.
we got someone entering the room. But my question is, we
Mm-hmm.
talk a lot about semen retention, and
Yes.
I'm going learning more about it. And
Yes.
I was watching someone speak about how they have sex. You just spoke about this too. Even though you are, it's okay to have sex, but it's not, I guess, finish or release or have that part. Can you break that down some more, please?
Sure. So semen retention is an ancient practice, right? It's been around for eons and eons. And so it's a part of Tantra. So I don't know if you're familiar with Tantra sex. So
No,
Tantra
break it
is,
down. Thank you.
yeah,
Oh, there you go.
Tantra is an ancient practice, right? It's been around. The Africans, We did it, the East Indians, all that kind of stuff, right? So Tantra is ancient. And so semen retention is part of that. And so you can have an amazing orgasm without, shooting your semen. And so, but that takes time and that takes practice. And it also takes sexual discipline.
Right.
So it's about diet, it's about wellness, it's about drinking a lot of water, in order to really, practice that. But there are books, there are classes that you can take. I know some amazing couples that practice and teach it. Please go to my Instagram. I'm always posting about semen retention. I'm always posting about certain things about, making sure that our brothers, our kings, right, are healthy. So
Right.
semen retention is really, really healthy and it's really good because the last thing you want to do is to spread your seed all over the place, you know?
Right.
So it's about consciousness, right? The upper consciousness of the mind. So it's about mind over matter. But you can still have an amazing orgasm without coming. So, because I just had a sister ask me that, and I was like, yeah, it's called semen retention. And she was like, what? So, yep.
So when you're in the act, right? I need to
Mm-hmm.
go. Let's go a little more deeper than this here.
Yep.
So
Yep.
when you're in the act, okay. I think we're
Yes.
all 18 over here. Um, I get consent to ask this question. So so when we are in the act, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I see a little bit how they say that men used to, practice,
Mm-hmm.
having your penis forward to the left,
Right.
stroking right
Right.
up towards you, and to the left, the top, and the exercise. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're actually, I guess, having sex or
Yes.
intercourse,
Yes.
are
Mm-hmm.
you just what is the goal that you're looking to do? Is it just looking to just
So
penetrate and
that's
feel each other, the body,
that's
the
part of
motions, or
tantra. So
okay,
like I said, tantra is about breath technique. It's about holding your breath, experiencing. It's so hard to explain unless you're in it, right? Because it's really a practice, right? Because tantra it's basically like its own little religion. So, but it is like something that is about birth control, technique, all that kind of stuff. So I would highly recommend all you kings on the call to look up more about semen retention and the benefits of semen retention, because there really is a lot of benefits, especially if
there is
yeah, do your research. Don't take my word for it. Do your research and make sure that it's something that you want to start doing in your intimacy care, because you can
right,
have an amazing orgasm without you know doing that final act,
right.
because
So,
everybody can't get that concept, right? Like, how can I orgasm without it? I'm like, well, how do women orgasm? Because we don't have semen.
mm, mm, I like that one. I like that one. So I
we
guess
we
everyone
don't we don't
watching
have
this,
semen, and so how do women orgasm? Because there's 16 ways that a woman can orgasm.
okay, educating now. Come on now. Here we go. Here
Look
we go.
at Jamel stay. Wait a minute. I only know about two.
Right.
He's like,
I,
maybe three. Yeah. So there's 16 ways that a woman can orgasm. First, it starts off in the mind. Our mind is our biggest sex organ. And so once you can, that's why I'm a sapiosexual, right? Because if you can get me with that intellectual conversation before we even have any kind of sex,
Yeah.
if you can get me here in my brain, oh, you got me. It's good. So yeah, first it starts off in the mind,
right.
and then you
Right.
can have, and then it goes from there. Nipple play is another one. You can have a great, amazing orgasm off nipple play. Again, without any type of genital stimulation. Women can have that. A throat orgasm, believe it or not. You can have a throat orgasm, ladies.
Hey.
I spoke about this years ago. Um, and a guy actually DM'd me and was like, what is this about? And I said, yeah, you can have a throat orgasm. So we have in our throat, we have a G spot in our throat. And so when we are, doing fellatio, there is the saliva that builds up, but it's more of a euphoria kind of feeling than the tingles, if that makes sense.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So there's all different types of orgasms. There's so many. There's the A spot, the U spot.
Yo, we go. You know what? You know what? This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do.
Listen, there's so many.
Oh, we have someone on here too that came on with the iPhone. Do you care to state your name and say who you are? Turn your camera on.
Who is you with the iPhone? Come on. Who be that?
Talk about me?
Yeah,
Hi.
you got the iPhone. You ain't
Got
got
the
no,
iPhone and no
name
video.
or nothing.
And I'm at
Man.
work. I'm at the job site.
Oh,
Okay.
what's going on, King?
I'm all right. How you doing, Queen?
I'm good.
I think I got in on the right conversation.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yo, that's so the voice. That's my cousin Shay. Just moved out here to
Okay.
Arizona from
Well,
Nebraska,
welcome,
from
King.
Omaha,
Welcome.
Nebraska. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
like 6 of us, Black folks in Phoenix. So,
I see. I
Hey,
got one of them in the house right now.
that's right. That's right.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, hey, and the other four, and the other 3 are on, the Zoom. So,
Right.
man,
Exactly.
Camry, this is my cousin Shay that's on. He's got 2 little girls that I've been at. One of the little girls I was telling you about. That if once you did get your boxing dolls up and running, with the self-defense and all of that, I'm telling you, little MJ, little Mary Jane, that's the one. That's the one. She's a diva,
yeah.
but she rough and tough.
Oh
She
yeah.
rough. Look,
Oh, yeah,
all she needs is
yeah,
Afro puffs and she'll be raged.
Man.
Right.
I can't.
Man.
Oh,
But
man.
man, hey Kiki, you
Yes.
you dropped that's some heavy shit you been dropping.
Hey,
Again,
I was
Have to have a
already
from
on
the
there.
separation
I
womb
was
to
view.
the
looking it up.
tomb. It's from the womb to the tomb. And again, sexuality is totally different from sex. People get those 2 mixed up. So it's all about education. For me, I want to educate my people. My people come first. And that's my activism. That's how I get my voice heard, is through my activism work and what I do for the community. So I am truly an activist in every sense of the word when it comes to my people. I don't play about my people. My people will always come first. So I want to be an advocate and a leader in the community, and I'm also a polygynist. For those who don't know,
Hey.
I
it's a
teach
lot of
about that as well, because polygyny is something that should be explored in our community. It shouldn't be shunned upon. We used to do it in the motherland, and again, when we were out here and we've been taught about monogamy, I'm not saying it's for everybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that those who practice it should be able to practice it and should be able to love how they love without the judgment, right? And it's
That
gonna
part
take
right
some
there.
work from the sisterhood, because our sisterhood is broken.
Right.
And it's gonna take some work for the brothers.
Mhm.
Your brotherhood is broken. And so polygyny should be an option. What the reason why I say polygyny should be an option, because for every 6 Black women, there's only 1 Black man. And
Right.
most Black women want to be with Black men.
Right.
Black women are very much just want to be with black men, period. And
Right.
so we are finding ourselves not having options.
Right. One second. Welcome, Ruth.
Welcome.
Welcome to Smoker Sip
Wait, I
Tobacco
got
Talk Digital Herf. And
Yes, go
oh yeah,
ahead,
Thank
Miss.
you.
go ahead,
Go ahead,
Good.
sis.
Camry.
okay. Okay, I got a question. Wait,
Go ahead, sis.
wait.
Let's talk
So
about it.
look, uh,
I know it's a lot. It's a lot. I get it.
okay, wait. So you just so you saying explore, but what you feel about two men and one female?
So that can also be an option as well, right?
That's
I'm
working
not
the poly.
denying that
That's
option.
Polyandry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's polyandry. So that can be an option. But how many Black men are going to do that openly and freely?
I don't
Right?
know.
There's not too many of them. It's not, I'm
Right.
not saying it's not going to happen, but
Right.
we don't have enough Black men to go around, sis.
Mm.
It's
Okay,
it's just, again, think about the statistics, because I am also a numbers kind of person. So the statistics of the thing, right? If most of our brothers are where? Incarcerated.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we don't have enough Black men to go around. There's not enough,
Right.
because we think in numbers. For every 6 Black women, there's only 1 Black man, right? So there's not enough good Black men that have all the elements, right? The degree, the good 6-figure paying job, the this, the that, the that. Some gonna have to give, sis.
Right.
Some gonna have to give on that list.
Right.
And some of us are gonna share. We already do,
I
whether
just
we
look,
believe
yeah.
so or not. We are already sharing.
Right.
We already sharing, sis.
Right.
And then when he died, don't he look like, why he look like da 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 da?
Right. The,
Right.
the offspring that
Yeah.
Right.
the love children that came
Right.
from
Them
those
extra
types of
kids coming
relationships.
to the funeral, like who are you kin to?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Right.
it's always that. We've been doing it. It's just not, it was done in the dark. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But my thing is,
It's being done
I don't
anyway.
want to be in the dark with my relationship. I want to
Right.
be in the open.
Right.
Again, when I talk about sharing my husband, if you have the abilities, right, that are the requirements, that if you have something that my husband likes, I'm gonna be like, here you go, babe. Come on, let's go. It take the sexual element out of it, because a lot of people think it's just about the sexual element. If you take the sexual element out, you just got an extra roommate paying the bills.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, well, so I'm into, well, my baby daddy kind of got me into being more spiritual. And that's why I'm like, if I did get me 2 husbands, it'll be on a spiritual, like one
Right.
spiritual and the other probably more sexual, because
Right.
I know that one man, like one that I want ain't gonna satisfy me.
So why don't you do poly? Poly can be an option for you.
I'm looking.
I'm not saying that, we should explore
Look, I'm
all
looking.
options on the
Right,
table. Poly
Right.
can be
One
an
of the
option for you, sis.
Right.
that I definitely would say that and then chime in and throw some 2 cents on it. But I really believe that in order for things like that to really happen, there has to be some type of there has to be an education factor. You have
Absolutely.
to educate
Right.
people on what it is and why, the benefits, you
Right.
know, and the education can't just be something like a flash in the pan. I'm gonna just throw some
Right.
stuff at you, read this book, read that. No, there needs to
Right.
be like really
Right.
in-depth,
Absolutely.
you
The
know,
like I
education
said, the
and
sisterhood is broken. I'm not saying it's not repairable, because it is. It's
Right.
very repairable, right? But certain conversations need to be had in the sisterhood in order for this type of relationship to work.
I feel like even with Polly, like, so I'm in this, I don't know if you've seen it. This girl
Mhm.
went viral when she said she had 3 husbands.
Okay.
And so she went viral. So she capitalizing on it. And she was like, I charge you $5 to get in this group to mingle. So basically I pay my $5 to mingle. And
Okay.
but the thing is, they not educated, because I'm like, wait, it's more guys looking
But
for
what
more
I'm bringing
girls.
is the educational aspect of it. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you to do something that I'm not doing myself. I'm not
Right.
going to share something with you that I'm not practicing myself. So
Right.
I can't tell
Right.
you to do polygyny if I'm not doing it. I'm
Right.
not telling you to jump off a cliff if I'm not willing to jump off the cliff with you. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
because I love my people and I want to see my people win, this should be a valuable option. In order for Black women to have husbands, right? I'm not talking about boyfriends, sis. I'm talking about husbands.
Right.
Okay. Marriage on the table, right? Because
Right.
I'm not no baby mama. I have no kids and I'm about to
I
be
don't
38 years old. I have
want to be
0 children. Okay. Let me say that again for the people in the back. I know I look 17. But I am 38.
Right.
Okay, with
Right.
no husband and no kids.
man,
Okay,
Thurston.
and I want to be married. I'm somebody's
Right.
wife, not somebody's option.
Right.
Right, brother Thurston. You said someone else came. Who else we got on? Who else?
Oh yeah, let me work the
Who,
room. Ruth, you care to unmute your
we
mic
got
and
Sister
say
Brooke.
something?
Yeah,
What's going on?
Sister Brooke
We
came.
got so deep into the party, we forgot about the room. Hold on. Let's work the room. Work the room. Everyone got eyes that all big. Everyone got to the camera
Yeah,
like, what she saying? So we
Right,
might
right.
have to
yeah,
have a
yeah.
separate.
Lean
We
close.
might have to have a
Lean
separate one
close.
for Miss
I'm
Kiki.
talking.
We have
Lean
to
close. I'm
have a
talking. Yeah,
separate one, a separate segment, smoke a sip for Miss Kiki
That's
to,
right.
to educate us, to
That's
Look,
bring us
right.
to the
That's
bring us
right.
into
that's
her
why I was
world.
like, wait, hold on, let me get over here.
yeah. No, but
I'm
we
deep with
got Sister
mine.
Ruth, and Sister Ruth came to when we were getting an event going at Central Station when they just moved to the new spot.
Oh, okay.
Sister Ruth had the jewelry and
Nice.
yeah, what was the name? What was the name of that? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Tell us about
Let's
yourself,
I
Ruth.
want
Oh, so well, good evening, everybody. First and foremost,
good evening.
the jewelry that I have, it was Lean's low cost, luxurious jewelry. That's the
Okay.
name of it,
Nice.
and it's just a paparazzi business that I had a lot of product left over from some events and
Nice.
whatnot. So it's really nice jewelry, but it's nice costume jewelry, I should say. You know, it's not high end, but you're not paying high end prices either. So it
That's
works.
all right, sis. You know, let me a good old piece of costume jewelry any day
You
now.
know,
Hey, it's high end when
Man,
it's on me. It's high end when it's
man,
on me. I'm
Right,
I'm, I'm
right,
worth I'm
right,
worth about
man,
a
right,
couple billion.
right,
Can worth a couple
right.
man.
million. You know, it's high end on me.
So Ruth,
right.
with that, what was something that got you into that? Was that just like a side hustle, or it was
So
something that
yeah, that
friends were doing,
was
or
pretty much. So
okay,
it was just something to do on the side that it was low cost to get into it, and it's fun to deal with. Like I said, it's the costume jewelry, but it's you buy if you buy jewelry in the store that is not high end jewelry, but you're paying $30 and $40 for a piece that either it breaks or it tarnishes and whatnot. So you still haven't gotten much use out of it. With this, everything's $5, so you haven't lost anything when it does give out. Because I mean, anything that's not, that's not of a higher quality, at some point it'll either fade, tarnish, or unfortunately break. But this way, at $5 a pop, you're looking real cute, and
Yeah.
you haven't lost much. You get what you put into it. Let me tell you that much. You get $5 used and more out of it. I'm still wearing some pieces that I've had for 3 years now. So
Yeah, I
Nice.
was going to ask. So the picture that you got up right now, was that a piece from
it is.
your collection that you've been
Ooh, it's
selling?
gorgeous.
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it
Yeah.
is.
Pearl.
And each piece comes with a pair of earrings. And
Oh,
then
so a set. Okay.
there's what do you call it? There's bonus earrings. I like to call them bonus earrings that are $5 a pair if you get them separately. They're larger earrings, but each necklace comes with a pair of earrings. They're just not as not
Okay.
really big gaudy earrings or what have you, but it's just a set. So for $5 you got earrings and a necklace. Or if you buy the bonus earrings, you got a pair of earrings, you got a bracelet you can get for $5, or rings. There's rings that are available. So everything
Okay.
for $5.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of the things, matter of fact, when we met, because we definitely got to get you out when Smoke and Sip International has another live event or physical, we definitely got to get you out to be a vendor. So
Oh,
you can set
absolutely.
up and sell your goods. Because when you came the last time, you brought a few little showpieces, and yeah, they were stunning. Because I was surprised to see that you actually had something for men.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But also, when we had met, and before that, you had mentioned you were into doing plays. Were you writing plays, or you were just acting?
Yeah, actually, so I've been in over 30 stage plays. I mean, I stopped putting them on the resume because it's just so many things, and I just stopped
Right,
putting everything on there. I just used maybe the last 5 years worth of shows.
right.
But yeah, I am. I've done three independent movies, and there's a couple of my stage plays that are on YouTube right now. So the only thing, when I relocated from Florida, I didn't get into the I think it's a Black theater troupe in Phoenix I've been
Yeah,
hearing
we
Yeah.
have
about, but
one. Yeah,
I
we have
haven't
one out
gotten the
here.
opportunity. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't gotten the opportunity to audition for them yet, and I'm looking forward to getting in with them. But I have I have had the opportunity, excuse me, for to go back to Florida and be on the stage again just recently, and we filmed it in December, and it's on
Okay.
YouTube. If you two of the plays that are out there, Until
So
You Do Right by Me,
you gotta
and
do us a favor. You gotta do us a
what's that?
favor. Uh, Throw those links in the Smoke and Sip International. Throw them in the group, or
Okay,
throw them in the group, so that way folks
yeah,
can see. Because that's one of the things that we love when folks that are involved with Smoke and Sip International and have participated in things or have come to events, as vendors or just as guests. If you got something going on, throw them links up there. Throw them links up there,
do that.
please.
Most definitely. We got to definitely
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
cause I want some earrings from you, sis.
Oh, I hear you.
I
Okay,
want
Man,
some
I
we
got
gotta
earrings.
do
you.
it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's definitely
yeah.
beautiful. We gotta
So tell
definitely
so tell us a
keep
little
on
bit more
building.
about some things that you got going on as far as business and wise, or is that it?
Actually, hold on, I
That's
have a
pretty
question.
much.
I know Jamel be
Oh,
taking over this. She got no stick. What part of Florida?
I need a cigar.
what part of Florida did I come out here from?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Jacksonville. I was in Jacksonville.
Okay, okay, Duval. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, represent. I'm from Florida too. I'm Orange County. I'm a little down south, and I have a lot of my
Okay,
family.
yeah.
No,
Orlando?
Orlando. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Down there in Orlando. So I wanted to, just chime in here and see what part of Florida you were from here.
Yeah.
Because you say you got the good old sunshine state, and I had to see where we checking in from. Roll call, roll call.
I'm
Right,
from the
right.
Bay.
Well,
Don't play with me.
Right.
I'm from the Bay Area. Don't play with me.
Hey,
Man,
I went
we got
all
hold
day,
up. What
you
part? We
gotta
got Bay
say it.
Area.
You gotta
all
say
day.
the yay area. You say
Oh
the yay
Lord,
area. You know
that yay.
the
And
yay.
also
Right.
down
Yeah,
there
what I mean.
in San Jose, I got
That's
family from
that
San Jose.
Oakland. I'll try to tell you. I'm from East Side San Jose. Don't play with me.
What part
Man,
of
now,
San
hey,
Jose? What
y'all,
part?
hey,
I'm from the
What
East
part?
Side, the best
East.
side.
Oh,
man,
okay.
what?
Because
See,
my
they
my
all.
dad, we over there for off of he had his church friendship off of I think it was Story Road
What's the
right
name
there.
of it?
It's for our
I don't know if
friendship
that's east
culture
side.
church.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's a friendship, and I think my grandfather was a pastor of that church for many years. Actually, that's why I grew up in the church, and it's still there. It's still running, and a lot of my family's from San Jose. My wife
Mm-hmm.
is actually was from the went to school on the east side. I think it was not Andrew Hill. Went to Andrew Hill,
Okay.
I think so. I'm not from there. I just remember driving around there a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the mall. The mall over there. And so yeah, so that's great. That's great. We get the chance to know everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
I love
Now,
it.
Camry, you got I ain't forgot. Remember, I mentioned
Oh,
your
on my
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Charlene, for putting that YouTube in the chat. Thank you very
Oh, I
much.
wanted to say too, if you ever write screen, I didn't hear if you did or not. If you ever need an actress, oh, I definitely do that too. Definitely do
awesome.
that.
No, it's on. It's on. Camry, your podcast.
Yes.
One night,
Eve,
look, wait.
Eve's
So
Black.
one was crazy because I couldn't edit it. So for some reason, it would I was trying to edit the cuss words. I was trying to edit, but I couldn't. Some reason Anchor was messing up. That's why I ain't posting nothing new because it's still messing up.
Have you
So
tried any other platform?
I need to get on Is Spotify?
Not
Well, if you do it
Spotify.
through,
I think
There's
Anchor will allow you
Stitcher.
to go to Spotify on Anchor. I think it will allow you
Okay.
to go to I think you have to look at the settings, but it posts to Spotify and I think about 4 or 5 different sites. Because we're
Okay,
on
yeah.
Anchor,
I got
and I usually post.
and I got I just did an affirmation one, but I'm gonna see how it go. I just did
Okay.
one. But I haven't posted yet. I just wanted to do it. And I did it on live, Facebook Live while I was recording it. So I was seeing, but my live got too crazy, so I had to turn it off.
I got you.
But what was you gonna ask about my podcast?
I want to tell because one of the subjects was really interesting. When you were getting into your postmortem, and then
Postpartum.
the postpartum, and it was just something I didn't understand. I wasn't on that, and then you actually started getting into you touched on emotional intelligence for a hot second, but then you veered off, and then you went back to what I thought was like a relationship topic, dealing with traumas in relationships or something, but it was still part of the postpartum.
Right.
I think the episodes. So how did that come about?
Yeah,
What
speak on that.
when I was saying that how guys can have postpartum?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically the backstory was I was having postpartum after I had my son, and I realized my baby daddy wasn't having a connection with my son. So I was like, oh, is it because you don't have your other son, you feel guilty, And then one day he sent me this article, and I was like, at first I brushed it off. I was like, boy, you ain't got no postpartum. Like, who are you? Like, you didn't push out a kid.
Right.
And then, but then when I seen our relationship turn, we started arguing and stuff, then I realized that he was really having postpartum. And then it was but it was already too late then. So it was as women, we can give a man postpartum just us being depressed, but then they can get postpartum from like, you know, their financials change drastically. Like they, you know, they can't do with us no more. Like, you know, it's just certain things like affect them in their life, and then they end up getting it. So I see it with my homeboy too right now. He has postpartum. He's always like ready to leave and ready to run when times get hard, when it's time to take care of the kid, because of that postpartum, that he don't know how to be that father that he needs to be.
So is the postpartum, is that a part of how we deal with, you know, that fight or flight? Is that are those together, or?
Yeah, like, so when they feel like things are about to change and then they have no control over it, just like the baby crying, even with them, if they hearing the baby, like, that's the reason what broke me and my baby daddy's relationship. My son cries. He's a crier, you know? So I felt like we wasn't used to that. We was used to moving around. We was used to, like, you know, partying, going to the bar, going out of town. Oh, we only got $500 in our pocket. Let's just go to Cali real quick. We couldn't do that because we have a newborn, pandemic, all this other stuff going on. So it's just a lot. Hey, hush, hush, hush.
Yeah.
So I have a question, because someone actually asked me that about that on my last father's call here, and he asked about how to coach him through his wife, who just had a baby postpartum, and he said, like, I feel like I'm just, you know, bumping heads, and I'm just not understanding. So how would you try to, for educational purposes, that we all here, that's what we're all here for, to coach a man through postpartum?
So all I would say is just be like, hey, let her have that nap. Let her have that shower for a minute. I used to cry to have a shower. Like, all I wanted was a shower. Like, I didn't care. Like, just 5 minutes. Just hold the baby 5 minutes. Let me get some air. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Change a diaper. I breastfeed, so it was hard for me to be like, okay, here's a bottle, feed the baby. Like, I couldn't do that. So all it was me was demand. And it was like, it was the baby sucking the life out of you. So at that point, it's like, it's hard. He's trying to be all up in the camera.
I know, but, he's so cute. Like, what's going on?
Right.
He needs his own show.
So, right. So that's the thing. Like, it's hard. And it's hard to explain because it's like a feeling we don't know. It was just like, I gave an example on my podcast. It's like holding your baby tight, but you don't want to be like spoiling your baby, but it's like holding that baby tight because you scared something gonna happen. We think of 1,000 things in our head, but y'all guys, y'all just, hey, let's go. Like, you know? So it's like we're on guard. We trying to make sure we make everything so perfect because we scared. And then guys don't understand that. Be like, you ain't got to be like that. But we, in our head, we do. Because that's all we think. We don't want to make a mistake. And, you know, social media judge every mama in the book.
Right.
That is true.
You say so the man should say, you know, you recommend he comes through like, hey, what do you need from me?
Right. Yeah. Like,
you know, do you need me to take the baby? Do you need, or I guess
I feel like sometimes even if you don't even be like, hey, go get your toes done. I got the baby for an hour. You know, I got it. You know, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me drop you off at the park. Let's go get some sun. Like, I was in the house I didn't go outside for 4 months. So I didn't get no sun. I didn't get none of that. So if he would have been like, okay, let me give you a break. Go to the park. I would have been so satisfied with that and be like, oh, thank God. Like a little break, you know? But that's all we want. We want the small stuff. The little smallest thing you can do, that's gonna satisfy us. Because this postpartum make us already overthink, make us, we gotta supply and demand, we gotta change diapers, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Like, it's hard. And that makes us depressed because postpartum turns into depression.
Wow. That and that in itself, just dealing with, you know, with the depression, that in itself can create a heavy burden, not just, you know, on you psychologically, but actually as well physically. which, you know, we all know that depression can impact digestion. Depression can impact hormones and your chemical balances, and which actually will create chemical imbalances, right, in the brain, as
Right.
well as the endocrine system. That depression, you know, it hits spiritually. It affects you spiritually as well,
Exactly.
you know, and
Just like how she
no,
was talking about like sex and stuff. I'm going,
yeah,
like, I told people I'm celibate right now. It's the
right,
reason why I told people that is because I don't have the urge. Like, I
right,
even lost the urge to, like, even when I think I pushed my baby daddy away, like, because I didn't know, why you touching me, why you doing this, like, I just put a baby. That is trauma.
yeah,
I just had I have PTSD pushing a baby out.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's crazy. And I'm like, now I'm having like dreams of me going through that. Like, that's horrible.
yeah,
So
yeah. Wow. Yeah, in anything dealing with, you know, depression and anxiety, you know, it's something
right.
that I've battled for a long time, and I battle, you know, and everybody has different types, you know, but the mental health is something that is serious. One of the things that Kiki, you know, touched on earlier is a lot of things that we don't talk about, not just in the Black community, but in the global community overall. But there are certain things that are in the Black community, in the African communities, that we really don't talk about, that we really need to address, you know. And I know this sounds like a broken record, but, you know, it's a lot of things like mental health, and also issues dealing with sexuality and sexual health, right, that are connected. But the biggest thing is definitely the mental health, and dealing with postpartum, or as some of the master teachers have been talking about, you know, we got PTSD, post-traumatic slave disorder, you know,
That's right.
we got those, and, you know, post-traumatic slave syndrome, you know, we
Yep.
dealing with things like that, and also dealing with, like, we touched on Dr. Joy DeGrye's work,
Amen.
you know, with epigenetics. So, you know, that really needs to be addressed, but not in a soft manner. I believe we really need to address mental health as well as our physical health a lot more aggressively. But in doing so, we need to have the proper people in place, those that are truly knowledgeable and aren't out for some type of selfish gain or their own personal agenda. You know,
Right.
I think that, and I'm not think, I know that we need to have those people in proper place in order to help us understand how to deal with these types of, you know, mental health issues, you know, with the depression, with the anxiety, you know, with
Facts.
matter of fact, some of the things that we've been, you know, learning in a group of nurturing fathers, you know, dealing with the disconnect that happens with the, you know, the orbital frontal cortex, you know, where you know, you do things that you have no anxiety, you have no remorse for, you have no emotional attachment. So you'll commit a crime, you know, without having any type of reaction. You'll do something that's violent without having some type of, you know, feeling or any show of
Oh, I
that. Dang,
told
I
this.
might be sorry for that, you know. So dealing with these types of things, dealing with understanding, you know, that disconnect,
Like, I
dealing
turned
with,
off the oven.
you
Hopefully this
know,
fish is done.
all of that, you know. So, but yeah, Brother Thurston is back. Brother Thurston, did you have anything you wanted to add to that conversation, or just something else to share? You know, because she had closed off and touched on depression and anxiety.
Wow, I mean, just the information that I'm getting, you know, like I said, from the Nurturing Fathers program that we just been in, it's just been eye opening just to learn more about myself, about the family, the dynamic, and just about how much people don't know. And you know, during our conversation today, when we're speaking, I think the thing with men is that we trying to fix other men and tell men what to do. And I don't think it should work like that. I think we should come from a place of trying to help, because the only one that can fix a man is the creator, and that's himself that
Understood.
can fix the man. And
Understood.
so I just think with more conversations like this, the educational portion is definitely needed and helpful, because you know a common thing that we all said is that everyone said on our digital herb today is just about social media. You know, a lot of times our kids and our and this generation is saying, "Hey, I'm not getting the information, but social media is giving me the information, so it must be right because it's on social media and it's speaking
Right.
what I'm looking." But instead of having someone like Miss Kiki was saying, someone that's actually this is my wheelhouse. This is what I specialize in. Like
Mhm.
I like doing business and talking to people. I like to say, if you're the Michael Jordan in your area, I want to come talk to you because I don't know
Right.
everything and I don't want to
Right,
know everything. But I like to
right.
have a
Oh, I
resource to be like, you
outsource
know
all
what?
the
I
time.
want. Oh yeah, so I like to say, you know what?
Yes.
I don't have all the answers, but I will give you an answer. Kiki, let's go over here and
Yes,
talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Cameron,
that's
let's
right.
go and talk about this. I don't know about
That's
you.
right.
Truth, you want to speak up to his truth, and then we can all learn together. I'm like I said,
Right.
Right.
I'm a master student. You know what I'm saying? So
Man,
I'm
I
me
love
too.
always
that.
learning.
Ooh,
I love that.
I'm
I'm
always
a
learning.
master student. I
I'm a
right.
love that.
master student. So for
Man.
when I
We
speak, I'm
never
speaking
stop
from
learning.
yeah. Because when you start learning, that's when you die. Because like a
That's
plant, you
right.
always have to keep on watering it. So if you're not learning, you're basically saying you're dead. So I think it's just important that we just open up these conversations to say, hey, like you said, Kiki, I like what you said. Don't trust my word from it. Go look it up. Go
Right.
and then come back to me and ask these questions. And now you are on the level where we can both have this conversation
Have a
because you
debate,
did.
have a conversation.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
all
want to say debate.
about
I want to say I want to open it up inside. We can have a great
right,
conversation because
right.
it's a win-win. Because you might learn something, I might learn
Yep,
something. I
absolutely.
didn't go through the whole
I
15
don't
chapters.
claim to know everything about sex and sexuality.
Hmm.
I learned from some of the best minds
Right.
that are, that are doing this work, and they've been doing this work way longer than me. And
Yes.
so if you, like I said, go to my Instagram, these people that I follow are amazing, and they do this full time. I don't do this full time. I still have a regular job,
Right.
Man.
corporate white people job, okay?
Right. You on
But
the
Man.
I love my
plantation.
people, and my
Right.
Right.
activism work is it activism, you don't get paid for it.
Right.
Okay?
Oh,
The
You
community.
do not get
okay.
paid. There's no money in
Okay.
activism. Okay?
Okay.
There's no money.
Mm-hmm.
There's no acknowledgement. You might get a little piece of flour or something on your gravesite, but there is no monetary gain from this. And this is truly the love of your people, right?
Right.
I literally will take a bullet. That's how serious I am.
Right.
Okay. But people ain't built like me. People ain't built like me. So and it's severe, but it's necessary. And so
Right.
when
Mm-hmm.
I do this work, I tell people all the time, listen, read, study, get the knowledge for yourself, because that's what I had to do. I had to do some deep dives within myself and my sexuality and peel back the layers, because I was very rigid about being monogamous. I was like, I'm not sharing my man. Are you dumb? I'm not
Right,
sharing
right.
my man.
Right.
But
Right.
I had to peel back some layers. I had to get through some heavy truths. I had to do some work and realize, oh, yeah, there's not enough black men to go around. So if I want a black man, I'm possibly gonna have to share my man. I'm possibly gonna have to do some work,
Right.
and I have to do some heavy truths on that. But that's me though. That I'm not saying this is for every sister. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying, but it should be an option on the table.
Right. We're definitely we're gonna circle back and talk more about that. And everyone has some
Absolutely.
great, amazing topics. I think we're gonna be actually wrapping because we can go all night, but I'm
Yes.
Yeah,
outside
yeah. Cause you
and
know
it's cold
how we
outside.
do.
I'm over here shaking. My cigar done, my cigar lit, but I definitely want to say
Man,
thank
look,
you everyone
my
for
sip,
jumping on.
my sip is empty and I ain't got no cigar. So, anyway. Cameron, what's your son's name? What's the baby's name?
Oh, his name is Naeem, so it means happiness.
I
Yeah,
Yes.
love that, Naeem.
like
I
Dr.
love that.
Naeem Akbar with
Oh,
Visions for Black Men, one of the greatest books. That's on the podcast chapter in chat.
Oh,
Yeah, Naeem. I dig that.
it's
I dig that.
Naeem Josiah. So Josiah,
Okay.
so God feels.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's
Love
beautiful.
Yeah,
that.
That's beautiful.
Does everyone
I
say
love that.
the Instagram or how to
thank you.
get in contact with everybody? Because
Yeah.
everyone's doing something, shaking and moving. I know how to get in contact with you, but the people
Yeah.
that are seeing this may want to get in contact to learn more about what everyone has to offer. I guess Miss Cameron, because you got the green light on, you want to talk about maybe how to get in contact with you, go around, and then we'll just go ahead and
Oh,
cap it
dang.
out for the night.
I didn't mean to put my green light. I didn't know nothing about that.
Oh no, I'm just saying that you're speaking. That you're speaking. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I put my Instagram, I put my Boxing Dolls Instagram in the chat. So you guys can follow me at AZ Boxing Dolls. And then on my regular page, Camry Ma, if y'all want to follow me on there.
All right.
Facebook,
And
sorry, Facebook.
all right, Miss Kiki, how we can get in contact with you?
So I have two businesses. So Bedroom Candy is on the Knowledge of Self #3 _ IKYG page. And then you can also find me at Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses with me and my good sis and business partner, Nisha B. And we are doing something very big, and I can finally announce it. We are having the very first.
Wait. This is an exclusive?
Is
You
an
mean
exclusive?
Exclusive. We're breaking it
Smoke
right
It's an
here.
exclusive.
International
Yes,
getting ready to have an exclusive
exclusive.
announced here first.
Yes, yes.
Drop
So
it.
the very
Drop it.
first the very first Melanated Sex Expo here in Phoenix.
Okay.
Okay. Make sure you get my
And that will
ticket.
be next
Drop your mic.
February.
Next
Yeah.
February. Okay.
Yeah. So next
Okay.
February, Black History Month. We do not have an official date. We're working on venues and things of that nature. But yeah, the Black Sex Expo, it will be here in Phoenix. So get your ticket. It's a 3-day event, y'all. So this
Ooh.
is
Okay.
gonna be big. Yeah, it's gonna be big. So I'm looking forward to, and we're having a bunch of different sex educators and people that are in the community. So you're gonna see a lot of things that you probably will never see before. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff, but it's gonna be a lot of Black owned businesses, and I put my foot down on this. There is going to be nothing but Black owned businesses throughout the entire event. There's
Understood.
nobody white.
Understood.
Nobody white that's gonna be vending, that's gonna be speak. No, because I really wanted to make sure that this was blackity black as fuck. And I wanted to be clear in my intentions and my business partners' intentions. We are for our people. This is
Got it.
FUBU, for us, by us.
Right.
So
No
there
And
ain't
sugar, no
nobody gonna
cream.
be white speaking. I'm sorry, white people. This is not for you. You can buy a ticket. We'll take your green dollars, but you not gonna see no what her name is.
Becky.
What that white porn star. What that
Oh,
white woman.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't watch white people like that. But there's not gonna be no white people performing, doing any kind of teaching, nothing. It's for us, by us.
Black excellence. I love it. I love
Got it.
Absolutely.
that.
So buy your ticket
All right,
because we
we'll,
need
get,
all
we'll
the money we
definitely,
can get.
we'll definitely get everyone
Yes.
up to speed on the
Yes.
page and definitely getting it out
Mhm.
there. Thank you,
Yes.
Miss
You're
Ruth.
welcome.
How soon are the tickets going on sale, sis?
Soon. So we're in the process of getting the venue. We have to find a venue that will allow us to do what we want to do without being, over the top. So
Right.
there will be some type of nudity, and a lot of these hotels ain't going for that. So we have
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
find, right. So you're gonna see some stuff. You're gonna see some. I'm not gonna hold you. This is not a kiddie event. Do not bring Naeem to the situation.
Okay.
Do not bring your children to this. This is not family friendly. You're gonna see some flogging, you're gonna see some spanking, you're gonna see some girls in lingerie. Oh yeah,
Okay.
this is for grown and sexy. This is gonna be for the adults. This is not for kids. So we just have to find a safe space. We have a couple of spaces that we are thinking about. The Parsons Center downtown. We were going to do it at the Renaissance in Glendale, but they said no.
Mm,
They said no. So that's why we had to push the event back to
right,
February
right.
because we
Okay.
wanted to do it in November, but they were like, oh, we gave your space to somebody else. So now we have to push the event back. So we pushed it back to February. And so, which is fine. It gives us a year to plan, but we need sponsorships. We need people to give us money because we don't want to come out thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for this event.
Right.
So we need everybody to be a part of this. So if you know somebody that wants to vend, come on. Come
Gotcha.
on. It's
Well,
going to cost. I'm not going to hold you because this is a 3-day event.
right.
So, you know, we gonna make some money and we gonna teach and we gonna educate. So, but we are looking for a venue. So if you know of any spaces, please hit me up and let me know. You know,
Oh yeah.
so because I'm
Most
in the process
definitely.
right now of looking for venues. But the
Okay.
Parsons Center is one of those. The convention center's out. We already looked at that. They was like, no, you can't bring food. We would have to, you know, have their caterer. So that's the other issue is because we wanted to have food vendors because Black people love to eat. So, and we love drinking alcohol. So we wanted to have
Yes, we
alcohol
do.
and food vendors at this event. So that's two issues that we're having to deal with. So we need a space that'll allow us to have our own food vendors and alcohol.
Great. All right. Well, we got that here. Ruth, you want to drop some information? I'll get in contact with you, and we'll just take it off from there.
Currently, I'm on Facebook with my
Okay.
full name, just like it is on the Zoom, Ruth Charlene Davis.
Nice.
And on
Charlene Davis.
Insta, Ruth Charlene Davis.
Oh, okay.
Got my
Charlene
whole
Davis.
got my whole government out there.
Got your
Okay.
whole government. Lord have
There's a
Is,
mercy.
story
is that
behind it. I'll
how
give
it
it to you
is?
one day. It's a
Is that
story.
is that how it is on your Facebook? For people
That
to
is
get
how it is
contact
on
with
Facebook. Yes.
you? Okay. All right. No
The
problem.
whole thing.
All right. Well,
Nice.
And
thank
on
you.
Instagram,
Oh,
not on Insta as much as I am on Facebook, but I am on Insta as
Okay.
the soloist underscore 2014.
Okay. Soloist.
Louis. Okay. We were rocking with that. All right. Well, I'm freezing. Thank everyone for jumping on our smoking sip tobacco talk for Black History Month, month of February, or Heritage
Yes.
Month. You know, we're all celebrating. I'm welcoming it all. And you guys, ladies, have a wonderful night and
Have a
take care
wonderful
until
night.
next month.
too.
All right.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
guys.
Thanks so much.
Peace,
No problem.
family.
Much love
Night,
and
all.
respect to everyone. Much love and respect to you
Yes.
all. Thank y'all for jumping on. All
Thank
right. This
you.
concludes
All
Smoking
right.
Sip International Digital Herf, February 24th, 2022. Signing
That's
off.
Okay.